Welcome to the Comedy Trap House.
It is what it is. Look at this shit, man. That shit pulled. They gonna be thirsty as hell.
Welcome to the Comedy Trap House. Comedy Trap House.
Come on, man.
Yo, welcome back to another episode of the Comedy Trap House. I am your host, Rome Green Jr., and we got the Palo Santos sprayer Cam in the building.
It's raining, y'all.
We got Emmanuel in the building.
Palo Santos sound like a Cuban drug dealer.
Yeah, it sounds like a author, but that's Palo. What's his name? Palo Coelho. Yeah. That's the and that Four Agreements author.
No, that is the other book I love, the Journey.
Oh, yeah, Alchemist. Yeah, that's right.
The Four Agreements is Don Miguel.
Yeah. You just posted a clip of him, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, on Boss Talk. We understand why it's raining today. We understand that an event occurred yesterday. It was a national news. A tropical storm landed yesterday in L.A. First time
3 years.
First time in 3 years that a tropical storm has been seen in LA. And so it landed yesterday and with an album titled Trop or Die, The Maturation, that everybody needs to go listen to. Myself and Cam and Emmanuel are avid fans of these guys, Tropical Storm, and they every time they come out, they do it bigger than the last. And I think they've outdone themselves this time. So make sure you guys go listen to Tropical Storm, The Maturation, Trop or Die, The Maturation, streaming on all platforms, your Spotify, your Googles, your YouTubes, your Apple Musics, all of that good stuff. And they also dropped a documentary about their journey to making this album with the director, Emmanuel, in there as well. He said that he really loved working with those guys, and he would... He said that you didn't say that.
No.
You said I remember you specifically coming home that day and being like, those are some of the most professional men I've ever worked with.
No, you misheard me. I said that was the worst experience of my life.
Okay, I don't be listening sometimes, so I can see how.
No, it was the worst experience of my life.
Yeah. But the music came out good.
The music is amazing as always, but you know, it's like Jordan. You just can't stand to work with these
Gotcha.
people. You know what I mean? Like they make your life a miserable hellhole.
Okay.
When you work with them, and
that's fair.
But also, like with Jordan, without him, you wouldn't be memorable. So without Tropical Storm, they may not remember you.
Yeah. So you need these type of people in your life.
You're gonna be in a dock in 20 years.
Yeah, man.
Y'all make sure y'all go stream Trop or Die, The Maturation. Leave some reviews on it. Let us know what you think. And have fun with it, man. It was fun doing that. And then also, speaking of documentary, so I watched I watched a documentary this past week about psychedelic drugs. And it was a very interesting documentary. It's on Netflix. I think it's called Psychedelics. I just know it's called Psychedelic. I can't remember the subtitle, to be honest with you. But
when shit goes wrong.
I mean, they talked about that stuff. And it's just like, I was just more so amazed with the stories that everybody had on there. Everybody had a different experience with, LSD and acid and shrooms, and some people took a little bit too much. Some people loved it. Some people didn't want to take it anymore. Some people literally led to their death. Some people, it was just an interesting documentary as a whole, and it made me think about the first time I tripped out just smoking weed, like when I was 17, I think. Because I had been smoking since I was 14, smoking weed.
Oh my God.
I was smoking weed since I was 14.
You were a baby.
Technically.
Good kid.
Yeah, good kid. Getting my work done, smoking weed. But then around 17, I remember I worked at this place called Eurosport in back in my hometown.
Yeah, this nigga.
They worked at Eurosport.
So they let non-athletes work at a sports
they
store?
worked at Eurosport.
That seems
basically we were packaging sporting equipment, so I wasn't doing anything sports related.
I can't stand when like I went to GNC to get some vitamins the other day, and I'm talking about fat ass nigga when I was working there, and I'm asking him, what's good to take?
Yeah.
And he tells me, well, they say, and while he breaking it, I'm just looking at him.
Like
why am I getting advice from you right now, man?
Well, that's like the coaches.
At least he preferences what they say.
They say,
because
true.
if you would say, oh yeah, the best thing to take.
No. He was saying a lot of stuff definitively. Like, oh yeah, this is definitely the one that works the best and type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, I don't know. How can I take your word?
Well, look at it like this. Maybe he's gonna start doing it, and then you'll see the results. Every time you go in, you see him getting slimmer and slimmer, and then you'll start believing him. Right?
Oh, so I caught him on his first day.
Yeah, just like
fresh out. He fresh out.
Every homeless man had his first day.
Yeah,
you just don't become homeless looking bad. You got your first day homeless, and then you get to that.
Well, you might have been depressed beforehand, and then then ended up there. But I'm working this place, and I remember after work, this guy was like, "Hey, you want to smoke with me?" I'm like, "All right, cool." So I went to his apartment that he had, so I'm in there chilling. So we start smoking, but this time I'm like I'm not regular high. Like this is the first time I felt like out of body, and I was like, I panicked because I was used to smoking and just feeling like nice little buzz, but he had that
weak Carolina weed.
I was smoking some weed. I don't know where he got his from, but
some of that Air Jordan.
I had the big jeans weed before, and then but I was smoking, and I literally
jump shot, though.
that weed got jump shot.
That weed had a jump shot.
That weed WNBA. But so I'm smoking, and I literally, I almost feel like I feel my spirit lift up out of me.
Nice.
But come back and then lift up again. And I was like, I don't want to do this no more. But then I felt like I couldn't move my legs, and I was like, hey, I can't move my leg. He was like, man, you just tripping, man. You fine, calm down. I was like, nah, man, I ain't never felt like this before. but see, it's just small stuff like that.
Was
but when I
watch you or regular?
Nah, it's regular.
When you gonna tell some more of the fat stories?
When
That's
you
what we want to hear.
When you gonna grow up?
What you mean?
You sounded like a virgin about to be deflowered. I've never been through this before. I've never felt anything like this before.
What you mean? I am grown. I just want to hear some of the fat stories.
Nah, I've told you them already.
No, you didn't.
I've told you.
There gotta be more.
You gotta stop asking me.
How long were you fat? How many years?
Maybe from like 8th to 11th.
So you tell me from 8th to 11, it's only 2 stories? You only told me 2 stories.
That were actually funny, yeah.
Well, you don't know what's gonna make me laugh.
No, you just want to hear me say the story, and then I say, you ask me if I was fat, and I say yes, and you go, and that's all you want. You want the satisfaction of that.
I just want to know. I just want to know more of the fat.
Well, tell me why you want to know.
I just want to hear the funny story. You got good stories.
Because like what you probably cried as, like the harsh shit you went through.
No, that's what you're gonna laugh at.
We gonna laugh.
I know. No, I know this.
Yeah.
But that's not right. The reason I don't say it is because I haven't had any more ones that were specifically that I think are going to be even any remotely funny.
Yeah.
No, just tell them. Let me decide if they're funny.
All right, maybe one day. But yeah, so I'm watching this documentary and I'm like, I don't know if I could take like the acids and the LSDs and
psychedelics.
Is LSD and acid almost the same thing?
I believe so.
Because I'm watching it because they were referencing LSD as acid.
2 different drugs. I don't know if they're made from the same thing or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
You can see that we haven't done it.
Yeah, no, we haven't done it. But Cam broke it down. He was like, the only way he could see himself doing it is if it's what I gotta have somebody like I'm super duper comfortable with. Like one guy on there was talking about he did it with his dad.
Oh yeah, my dad was doing this stuff.
Why? Just
because it's a level of comfort. You know, when I don't know whoever that is in your life. It's somebody in your life that you feel so comfortable with that you know that they ain't trying to lead you to harm. Yeah. So it's like, for example, my dad. Say we in a bad situation, like we in war. I'm going to trust and go with him. I'm going to feel more comfortable going with him than a stranger or something, unless it's just, you know what I'm saying, or we in a bad neighborhood, or I just feel comfortable with my dad. He's protecting me my whole life. So if he's doing this, I'm like, all right, he probably got the best batch. I'm willing to try it with him. But the only thing that intrigues me about psychedelics is the enlightenment side. Yeah. Like the dude that was doing it with his dad, the DMT, when he said that's when he went to a spiritual realm and seeing like angels and maybe
he was like
aliens.
seeing pyramids with
Yeah, and then like you come out of it. That's like that. That's the only thing that in like this. This not like
for sure.
Like a lot of people get high just to get high.
Yeah,
like that. I don't have that. That urge for like a LSD thing. It's did it just to get high. It's for enlightenment.
Yeah,
that part intrigues me.
Yeah, it's because like you don't know what you're gonna see. Like we always talk about these, alien, or do we talk about life in general and time? It's like I don't know where it's gonna push my mind to, but that is very intriguing. But it was just an interesting documentary. But the most interesting part was that they're now talking about, well, towards the end of it, they talked about using these hallucinogenics to help with anxiety, with mental illness. And so that was like the cool part. I was like, I could see they was like, of course in smaller doses and stuff like that. But yeah, doctors are now trying to, find a way to implement that into helping with anxiety and
the
depression.
The interesting part about that part you're talking about, they said they started this in the 70s and 60s, and it was like 3 doctors or something that was ahead of it and was experimenting with, and the government shut them down. So if they never shut them down, we could have been at this place already and had a lot of cures or something for mental illness that people are suffering from, because now they're just getting approved to start it again.
Yeah.
So we missed 30, 40 something years of research we could have been did.
Yeah.
I'm all on board for drugs. I think drugs are great. The only problem with drugs, I think drugs are great, but the only problem with drugs is that they can have negative side effects.
Yeah, of course.
If drugs didn't have negative side effects,
everybody would be.
Let's do some cocaine today, nigga. Like, let's turn up. If it has no side effects, what am I worried about?
Yeah.
Well, some don't have the bad side effects. It's just the ones that do. That's where you avoid the heroines and shit.
Well, it's not true, because like since everybody's body is different, you never know how somebody's gonna react to any drug. Some people
that's why I can't do pills and stuff like that.
It has no effect on them. Some people take it and have a whole trip. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's why you're right. They have to do more research, because we don't know enough.
Yeah.
So for me, it's just that man-made stuff. Like when people are like taking pills, and people are putting different stuff in them, and like cocaine, you put different stuff in them. Like for me, if I do psychedelics, it may be the mushrooms, because at least it's some type of natural something. It comes from the earth, so I need.
And you also got to trust the source that it comes
from. Exactly, that
what
too.
What does natural mean? Like
it just comes from the earth. Like it's not
everything comes from the earth.
No, but niggas, then when they be making ecstasy, sometimes they put fentanyl in it. They be doing their own mixture.
Right.
That type shit. I don't want, the man-made stuff.
But the man-made stuff is what made the ecstasy in the first place. Or
but when it's too much, they got to mix it themselves and all that shit.
Too many chefs in the kitchen.
It's too much.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what they doing.
No, I agree with that. I don't want to.
Yeah, too many drugs in the
shady
mixture.
Shit. But, yeah, I think all drugs should be legal, to be honest with you.
Not all.
Yeah, I don't think all drugs can be legal.
Because some of them, like, that's highly addictive and it fucks shit up.
Yeah, that's true.
And it don't only affect you, because it's like people that get them addictions and they start stealing from their families and doing and now it's affecting others. It ain't just you. So I can't.
We'll see, because if you start to I think it might be Argentina, one of these Hispanic countries. They did a law where they passed all drugs legal, and there is use of it. From the last thing I saw, this is a couple years ago. I saw this, but what they did was, if people are like overusing, if they see like somebody's out on the streets and doing it, instead of arresting them and taking them in jail, they sign them up for counseling, and they get like a rehab type of thing, and instead of now, but the biggest thing that you're getting rid of is one, crime. A lot of crime, because a lot of people are, if drugs are illegal, that's where the cartel comes into play. That's where all.
But I don't know if you're getting rid of crime or just or just suppressing it for the moment. Because if you have too many drugs, that's when the crime like niggas be high out they mind, and like Cam, they go do the crime. I don't know if that's stopping the crime.
About that. I mean, look, I'm not saying
it's
all
both.
drugs.
Yeah, I mean it's
there's
both.
Some drugs out there like fucking. What's that?
Oh, that little salt, bath
salts or
something.
Like that's not supposed to be taken.
I mean,
that's
it's a drug.
Not what it's made for.
Yeah, it's not.
Like you can take that. Of course, you could call a Drano maybe a drug. Yeah. You'll get you out and then you'll die. But you know what I'm saying. But I'm talking about legit drugs. Why can't you compare it to alcohol? You know what I'm saying? Or like you could get drunk as fuck. Why don't you say, oh, what if you do something stupid and cause crime? Like,
I mean, you do. That people do.
I mean, but we rarely blame it on alcohol. You
No,
know what I'm saying?
they
People
blame it-
have their addictions, and they do stuff because of that addiction.
No,
they
but
don't do it necessarily
like
because
I
of
mean,
the
recently
drugs.
they just had a YouTuber. You know, he passed away, but the reason was the alcohol. Like they were drunk.
Yeah, they're arresting the driver for murder.
Yeah, so it's like, so they do say alcohol is a reason for. I see what you're saying.
But are you saying that's what I'm saying? though? I'm saying yes, we have those issues,
Yeah.
but it's still legal. Do you think alcohol should be illegal?
I mean, it is to a certain extent. Yeah.
I mean, it's for kids for up until you're 21.
Yeah.
Okay, but do you think it should be illegal now? You think don't you think people should have the right to choose what if they want to have alcohol or not? They should choose. They should just be smart about it. And
Yeah.
the ones that don't, they're gonna end up fucking up because those people that weren't on it before would probably be fuck ups in some other area of life anyway. It's not true.
Watch out, your hand getting
My bad.
close.
But
I guess I don't know. I guess when it just comes to cocaine,
It's
and
just
stuff
when
like
it
that,
affects
it's
other
like,
people. Like if it only affected you, then so be it. That's your life choice. But now when you drunk driving and kill somebody, it's like fuck.
So you think we should take away the right for alcohol? You think alcohol?
I didn't necessarily say that, but if they did, I wouldn't be out there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be protesting.
Oh, you that's crazy. Nah, that would cause. They did it already. It was called prohibition. And during that time, you had people start bootlegging like a motherfucker. Crime was up enormously because cops are trying to stop them. Gangs starting, underground facilities. It became this evil, shady shit. Now, if you make a culture of just legalizing it, fuck it, it's a part of football. And we drink it at games, and you just yes, there's gonna be car accidents. There's gonna be some people that misuse it, like anything else, like a car itself. You know what I'm saying? Like you can misuse it, but you still have the option. If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. I think maybe, obviously it has to be some level of safeness, but cigarettes aren't. Cigarettes are just cancer sticks.
I mean,
People smoking. Why aren't those illegal? Should they be illegal? Or how crazy are they going
Wouldn't
to
bother me if they made it.
Yeah,
But then how much crime is that going to start in your neighborhood? People selling cigarettes on the side. Now that
I guess, like I said, it go
You know
both
what I'm saying?
ways.
It just fucks up shit.
But I think it's gonna go both ways. If you legal, I think it's the same shit.
You're gonna have your issues with legalization.
Yeah, I think
You're gonna have your issues with illegalization.
I think
Is this which one you want to choose? Which one you think you can control more? That's the question.
I don't know, man. A fart.
a fart.
Yeah, I could control a fart.
You can definitely control a fart.
Yeah, I got some shit,
But also speaking of psychedelics and the universe, I just read this article this morning, and I was like, I love these articles, but it says NASA scientists detect a parallel universe next to ours where time runs backwards.
What?
And I was like, wait, what? Of course you got to dig.
So it's like Benjamin Button's
that's
universe.
why I was like, of course you got to dig into it. But so
That
basically,
sounds theoretical. That don't sound like they found
no,
something.
they said it's 50. Like they said it could because they're using some. So they're using a Antarctic impulsive transient antenna. Otherwise, this makes my point that black women are the most important people in this world. Otherwise known as Anita. That's
Anita.
what Anita is, a giant balloon that like has electronic antennas on it, and it's like calculating another source of energy going in a different direction than the way the Earth is moving. So they're trying to figure out where this other wind is coming. Like it's just crazy. It just made me. It was just wild. I was like, so if there's a parallel universe beside us that's running backwards, in the other universe, were we old and then
It's like Benjamin Button.
Yeah,
we start old and we become babies.
Or what if like we're just already babies in there, but we doing adult things as babies? I was just started thinking about
As babies talking about they should legalize all drugs.
So everyone up there are Stewies.
Yeah, a bunch of Stewies. But I was just thinking, I was like, it just because they started talking about multiverses and all this stuff, and I was like, see, that's the part of the psychedelics that you want to be like, let me go see if I can tap into this and maybe I can help these scientists out and see what we find. But it was just interesting.
So interesting.
It was just interesting.
It crosses over with science. I mean, it is science, but kind of.
Yeah.
It crosses over with science, but also religious beliefs.
Yeah.
Like, where does God play into multiverse? You know what I'm saying? Where does like everything that we believe in in the Bible? Where does that play into if it ends up being real?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like if things like that, like when we meet people on that planet and they're whatever the fuck they are.
Because what
are they worshiping? Or what are they?
Because what they're trying to figure out is like we're in our universe, but then they're starting to realize that our universe may just be a part of a smaller, just like that's one universe.
Yeah. There's actually multiple.
That's why space is so fast.
It's just crazy.
It's amazing.
It's just you'll never run out of things to look at because it's just like we don't know, so we're always gonna be trying to discover and explore and figure it out. But I just thought that shit was interesting when I read it.
There's this YouTuber. Oh, I gotta look him up real quick because he is one of the best YouTubers I watch for any science information. I think it's Petrov. He's Russian, so maybe it might be fake. But damn man, hold on.
But y'all go look that up. It's an article. Just type in parallel universe running backwards, and it'll pop up. It's a good read though.
Keep talking. I'll find it.
Keep talking.
Keep talking. I'll find it.
You guys are just repeating what I'm saying. You're making me more nervous.
Okay, well, you do that, and I think we'll just move forward with.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying to do.
I want to move forward, but the next thing you got to pay attention to.
Oh, okay. That's
me?
Yeah, it's a story that you got to listen to.
Oh, okay. His name is Anton Petrov.
Anton Petrov.
Antonpetrov. Anton Petrov.
Before you said Petrov, I'm like, that's far away from Petrov. Antoine.
Anton.
But he's like he's basically just a YouTuber that breaks down new discoveries
of like science shit
every day. Every day he dropped, and it's amazing how much new things are happening every day. Like the stuff that they found out about space, they're finding new stuff about the sun, the universe, whatever.
Save that I want to look at that later.
Yeah, definitely.
Anton Petrov. Anton.
Okay, so it's a story I read that it was trending on Twitter last week.
Yeah.
Here's the title. Come on, get out of here. My boyfriend keeps getting into fights with the cook at Waffle House. Are you hooked?
Yes.
All right, let me read this short or long but kind of short story. I know this sounds really weird, but here it is. My boyfriend and I have been together for 3 years. We met and started dating when we were both in graduate school, but I dropped out to go back to college to pursue a different career. We are both finished now and live together, making a fairly nice combined income. Our income is relevant because we could afford to eat somewhere nice when we're out and about, but he always wants breakfast food. When he was a child, his dad couldn't stand eating breakfast type food in the afternoon or evenings, so his mom would make him waffles / pancakes, eggs, and bacon in the evening whenever his dad was busy or out of town. Sounds like my life.
That's a great life.
It's a wonderful and safe memory for him, and when he goes to his happy place, he says that's where he always goes. My boyfriend is an incredibly nice and caring person. He's emotionally tuned into everyone and recognizes arising issues long time before they occur. He loves animals, is kind and gentle with every bug, bird, pet that he comes across. He's always willing to turn the other cheek in social situations where someone tries to insult him or get aggressive towards him, and usually winds up defusing the situation, except at Waffle House. Anytime we're out, he wants to go to the same goddamn Waffle House and gets breakfast food. I'm not a big eater, so I used to not really care. I would just drink coffee, read my book while he enjoyed his food. Okay. You're not a foodie, basically.
Oh, okay.
But that became impossible once he and this one cook started chirping at each other every time we went there. Boyfriend complained about his eggs one time because he likes them a little runny and they were served hard. The cook responded by giving him scrambled eggs. When he bought it up again, the cook served him 2 hard-boiled eggs. I think it was just part of the cook's try to get at him. And he said it was kind of funny, to be honest, but my boyfriend wasn't able to laugh it off. When he left, he was in kind of a bad mood, but we didn't really talk about it. The next week, we were out getting some shopping done, and he wanted to go to Waffle House again. I suggested that we try a different place, or at least a different Waffle House location, but he only wanted the same Waffle House. We went in, sat down, and once again, the same cook served his eggs wrong. My boyfriend sort of snapped at him, and that he wasn't interested in messing around, just wanted the correct eggs. The cook then served him a piece of toast with a hole cut out in the middle with a fried egg in it. My boyfriend got really mad, threw the egg toast at the cook, which made the cook come around from behind the bar and throw it back at him. They ended up sort of wrestling, fighting until my boyfriend was like, "This is bullshit," and walked out. Nobody got hurt, but a few other people in there was watching and laughing a bit.
Yeah.
This is the crazy part. My boyfriend keeps going.
This is the crazy part?
No, it's about to get. Yes. This is the crazy part. My boyfriend keeps going back and ordering eggs and getting into fist fights with the same cook. It's almost a ritual at this point. My boyfriend orders runny eggs. The cook serves him some other version of eggs, and they beat the shit out of each other. I quit going with him after the second fight, but he kept going by himself. They're like Peter and the giant chicken from Family Guy. It's the weirdest thing. They physically fought like 6 or 7 times over this. I tried to talk to him about it a few times, but he keeps saying it's a matter of principle. I've told him to talk to the manager or something like that, but he just waves me off. Apparently that cook hasn't yet made him the correct runny eggs, but it's like he spends the week learning new ways of preparing eggs to piss my boyfriend off.
Duh.
The thing is, we're getting married this summer. He's accepted a job in a new city, and it'll be easy for me to find work after the wedding. So we'll be moving away from his sworn enemy at Waffle House. He hasn't really been out since quarantine started, but it wouldn't surprise me if the first place he goes when restaurants open back up for sitting customers. But my main worry is this strange vindictive side of him I've never seen before that leads him to fight the same guy every week. The violence itself is an issue for me, but the obsession over it almost bothers me more. Should I be worried that this side of him will come up later in our marriage? How do I get him to open up about this? Is this type of obsession a choice, or is it indicative of something deeper?
No, he's gay. That's my hot take. He's gay.
You know what's funny? That's what everyone was saying in the comments.
He's gay.
This is more of a sexual frustration thing. They love each other.
Yes, that's exactly where I was.
And like
going
they're
with
both everyone in comments saying they're both maybe gay, but then come out the closet and they're fighting.
Yeah,
they're fighting it out of each other.
You remember that show? It was Black Mirror.
Yeah, with the first episode.
Yeah, of Anthony Mackie and
Yaya.
And they had their little thing going on. How they fought at the end, even though they really. Them niggas wanted to fuck.
No, that's definitely a red flag. Because, like, I'm not going to keep going to the same place. I'm not going to keep
letting him serve me wrong eggs. I'm like, all right. The first time could have been, like, if it was a joke, all right. Second time, just make my eggs. Third time,
we fight.
If I get to, that's so crazy. Me fighting in Waffle House
about some eggs,
but then that's it.
Ain't no
That'll
nigga
be
saying,
it.
"Oh yes, I found a nigga I could fight here and there."
Yeah, and so,
the weird thing, you keep going back.
You keep going back.
Giving you wrong eggs, and y'all keep fighting.
It's like y'all
like each other.
It's like y'all text each other and say, "Are we fighting this week?"
Yeah.
Are we fighting this week? You coming through? Are you making my eggs?
He said, "We fighting this week." You ordering eggs?
You ordering it? All right, I'll be there.
Well, next thing she need to do, she need to check his pants every time he come home, because I guarantee you that nigga cummed on.
Just a little cum in there.
Oh yeah, it definitely, and it's draw every time.
Well, obviously it's runny because he like his eggs runny.
That's
he
giving him clues, giving him the runny eggs. That's the thing.
No. He wants runny eggs.
Yeah.
He wasn't making it runny.
Oh,
that was the issue.
Okay.
He likes it runny, but he wasn't making it every
so
week.
he was giving him hard.
Oh yeah,
I got this hard dick. So come make my dick run.
So it's all metaphors. The hard egg is the hard dick. He
run this dick, nigga. Run this dick, nigga.
But they fought 6 or 7.
No, that's
times.
wild.
Like,
that's wild.
Stop.
That don't make sense.
Oh, they definitely kissing. They kissing on the ground and everything.
If I'm the manager, if I'm the manager, I'm stopping this shit. Like, yo, you banned from here.
Yeah, don't come here no more.
Because you fucking up business now. Like, everyone know Waffle House.
The chef should be fired.
Yeah, like,
matter of fact, the manager is he gay too. He in the watching this shit or something. He over there.
It depends what time of day. You know, if it's like after club hours or when, I don't know what hours. You know, at Waffle House, certain hours.
Manager, this nigga came 6 times in a fight. Every time manager, hey, what happened today? Oh, there ain't nothing happened. He never found out about it.
Like, no,
6 times.
No way.
But look, you know our experience at Waffle House in Atlanta. Fights happen in Waffle House. It's part of the culture of Waffle House.
Not with the chef.
Yeah, not with the same the chef.
The nigga that works there.
Sometimes they fight each other. You give me videos you can find.
And they fired.
Look,
I don't know.
And it's one nigga reading the newspaper, enjoying himself. As soon as they get to fight, he come on now, dog. I just want my food. Come on now, man.
See, that'll piss me off. I'm jumping in fight. Every time I come in here, my food delayed because y'all niggas fighting.
Stop fighting.
Make my shit before you make his shit, so I can eat while y'all fight.
And I like mine. I like mine running too, but make mine running. Don't make his running.
No, I'm gonna give him the opposite of what I like, so he make what I like. I know the game here. I want him scrambled, then he gonna make him running.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Come in the back. I just came to watch.
That is wild. Like
that shit was so.
That's
funny
like them scenarios that can be saying to me, like that one scenario you told me if I went to Miami and like Trick Daddy beat me up.
Yeah.
And he said, "Don't come back to the city.
Don't come back to the city." All right, man. All right.
No, but you
I used to say my pride used to be like I'm going to at least fight one more time. Like I'm going back once. But after a while, like I'm not going like that's maybe at the second time. I don't
You're
need
not
to go
going
there.
back to Florida?
No, it was Miami. I'm
The
not
whole
going.
city. You never go back.
Nah, all right, whatever.
Damn, I can't do that, man.
At
You gonna have to
that
kill
point,
me.
I was like,
How much you love Miami? That's the pen.
Yeah, it's
I can't have. I mean, I'm just saying. When I need to go to Miami, I'm going to Miami.
then you had to shoot him. Yeah, you got to
Yeah,
shoot
then
him.
I'm just gonna have to, whatever happens. I don't want to.
I figured on this podcast we've solved all of our issues. You got to shoot him.
Yeah, you just gotta shoot.
It's like what 50 Cent said. You got
That's
to
the
shoot that
problem
nigga.
with the world.
That's why he's just gonna shoot that nigga.
Yeah.
But no, that's a wild story. That's a wild. Like Waffle House is a good Southern staple that we've all been part of. It ain't that good for me to keep
Atlanta
going back.
too, right? Was it Atlanta?
It didn't necessarily
It didn't say where, but
But
it's in the
guaranteed
South because.
But it's
Waffle
not
House-
that good for me to keep going and fighting. It's not for me
It's
to keep
not
going.
that good for you to keep eating.
Yeah.
It's not good for you.
Nowhere is good enough for you to be fighting 6 or 7 times. Like, no, I'm not.
Well, church.
Wait, no, I'm
I'm
not
not fighting nowhere 6 or 7
Yeah, nah.
times.
You can pray about it after.
And with the same person, like I see him, I know what it is. We fighting, and it's weird after a while. Like, what we doing?
Over some eggs.
Over some eggs.
Them niggas in love with each other.
Yeah.
Them niggas wrestling on the ground. You bitch ass nigga, I want to fondle your balls. Bitch ass nigga.
That shit
That shit was
so
funny.
Take this. Nigga.
How you like them eggs?
How you like them eggs?
Wrestling over waffles.
Yeah, no. That's the title of the podcast.
Wrestling over waffles.
That nigga came out the
Over
closet
waffles.
into a Waffle House.
What make it so shocking that he's used to diffusing situations in every other scenario.
Yeah, like you won't fight a bug.
but
You
he
won't
fighting over eggs.
It's not over
He said
eggs,
it's principle.
it's over penis.
He said it's the principle.
It's the principle.
Over
That's
penis,
pride.
man.
That's
Yo,
nothing
live
but
your
ego and
best life.
pride.
If you in Atlanta, live your best life.
Yeah.
Come on, now there's some places.
Be free.
LA, Atlanta,
San
some
Fran.
San
But she
Fran.
should definitely
Safe zone.
be worried because like
be
this is
worried.
a
And everywhere
compulsive.
should be a safe zone.
Yeah, this is a compulsive thing that he's doing, and it's like it's very out the norm to be going back and keep doing. So she should definitely be worried. That's something to consider before spending the rest of your life with somebody.
But they moving, so hopefully you know, that solves it.
No, if he go to another place
that don't
and start
solve
fighting, it don't really solve
I'm
it.
saying it
Let's
solves
say
his
he's not
immediate
even
issue.
gay. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's take that away.
Yeah,
for a
okay.
second. I just feel like,
It's some
isn't that
other
a red
issues.
flag?
Yeah, no,
Like,
that's
still a
definitely.
red flag. Even,
Well, that's why
like,
she
you
wrote
went
it. She
back
feel like it's a red flag.
Yeah.
She's like, should I be worried about it?
Because
Because she says it's not. She says the violence does bother her,
Yeah.
but it's more the obsession.
Like you
She's like,
keep
why
going-
you keep obsessing over going to this Waffle House and fighting this guy?
Because if you just love breakfast, you'll just go somewhere else
Go
and
to
get
another Waffle
breakfast.
House.
But it's
because his dishes are always dirty. Goddamn it!
oh man, that's funny. That's funny. But yeah,
They're literally Waffle Houses within a mile. Of
yeah,
each
like
other. Like,
just go to another
But
Waffle House.
the funny thing is, you do have your favorites.
No, of
though.
course,
You
of
know
course.
which ones
But
are
not
better
the way
than
it
the
is.
other.
It's because who cooking it? If that cook ain't cooking it good,
But that's what I'm saying. Some of it is better than others. That you like, yeah, I like this one. Like I used to love the one by Lindbergh. I
Yeah.
used to love the one on Northside.
Yeah.
That's like one of the most famous ones. So those two are the ones I like the most.
But
I
if I had to
I went
fight
to other ones. I was like,
this nigga one
it's
time,
off.
I'm
It's
not.
off here. And
I
like
agree.
one, it was one
Yeah,
that
yeah.
I hated.
I remember one time. I think we were on the same page.
It was
Yeah.
one I was like, nah, man.
But
Same
you gonna leave both of them locations alone if you keep having to fight a nigga. Like you're not gonna.
I don't even fight in the first one
Yeah, like-
unless it's something serious.
No,
Yeah.
I'm fighting over no eggs.
That shit sound.
Not over no Waffle House.
Not over no Waffle House food, dog. No.
Not over any food, man.
Yeah, no,
Unless
no.
it's my last food or something.
I don't know, man. Them lobster rolls are on the 30, man. With them,
Those
them
solid,
truffle
but I ain't
fries.
fighting
All right,
no.
homeless man.
I wanted to fight whoever complained to get it taken off the menu.
All right, not a homeless man because that's just some empathy there. But
Mm-hmm.
let's just say a nigga walks up, like, you in the 30, you have your lobster roll. Waiter just sits it down in front of you. Dude just comes up, grabs that shit, takes off running. Do you chase?
No.
Okay, what do you do? But the dude says, "I'm sorry, sir. We have to charge you for that." Still.
No.
No. I'm fighting the dude that said that. Yeah,
You
no.
gonna fight
no,
the
no.
manager?
Yeah,
Because
fight the
look,
manager.
I'm sorry,
if-
we didn't see it. It just looked like your food.
Nah.
You
If it
scarfed
happened, as soon as she put it down, she seen what
Yeah,
happened.
she seen what
They're
happened,
gonna probably say before I even said, "We'll bring you another one. We're sorry about that."
Yeah. Because you tell me I got to pay for it. Now we got some issues.
I'm gonna
Now
be
we-
more mad that I was just so hungry and it finally got
Yeah.
here more than him stealing it. I'm like, if he went through that, maybe he needed it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Cause that's crazy.
Yeah,
I would be
still
more
cool.
mad if he just knocked it off, like didn't steal it, like
And
you
then
just like just
knocked off and
knocked it
looked
off
at
and
you.
looked at me like nigga.
Yeah, now you might have to.
Cause then I'm gonna look at you like,
What's
Right.
what?
uh,
I Ma'am, can you make me another? Because this nigga's crazy.
Yeah, he wildin'. He wildin'. What we got? So this weekend
I'm sorry, real quick.
What's up?
Before we get to that, did y'all want to hit on Lil Boosie's son getting head?
Well, I didn't really watch it. I seen it, but I didn't watch
I've seen
it.
people talking
So
about
I don't know
it.
the full story.
So basically, Lil Boosie said that his sons that were like 13 or something at the time, I'm paraphrasing, got some grown woman to give them head, basically.
Yeah,
right?
no, that's wild.
So, and he was like, "You damn right I did. I got some from Mercy, and they got some. Made sure they got some, and they got to learn. That's." And people, of course, went off now. Like, do they need to send Child Protective Services to check this, because essentially that's rape. I mean, or molestation. Right?
Yeah.
Statutory.
Statutory.
Something, one of those.
Yeah, molestation. One of them things. And but I just can't get out my head putting myself in those little boy shoes that it was probably a great fucking time.
No, for them it was a great time, but for Boosie to be their dad talking about it.
Be honest. Now,
Yeah.
I think it's ignorant.
It's ignorant as fuck.
I think it's ignorant that any parent should force that on their
Yeah.
child. Blase.
Yeah.
I don't need to say much. I'm a comedian.
Look,
so what
as a parent, it's terrible. You
As a
shouldn't
parent,
be
it's
doing that. As the child,
Oh,
it's
it's amazing.
It's
Yeah.
the
I want all
most
of that.
exciting time
Yeah.
of
I
your
would,
life.
I would want all of that
It's
at
the
13.
first time
Yeah.
you let know.
I want all of that at
Oh, yeah.
13, but as
What?
a parent,
That's prime horny at 13.
I would
What?
never.
As
I
a
would,
parent,
I would never.
Yeah.
As a
No,
parent.
absolutely.
I'm gonna feel
not.
weird as
It's
fuck.
weird.
Yeah, it's
But
weird.
look,
Why would you
as
do
a
that to your
13-year-old, I would
Oh
want
yeah.
it.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Of course.
Dad say, "Come in here and do."
Like, and
all
you're
right.
probably sticking by your dad this whole time, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't
It's
know
so
no better.
You don't know no better.
You don't know nothing else.
Yeah.
This may not
but
be.
that's not true though, right? Because when little girls get touched at a young age, it can be very devastating.
No, for sure.
Right? It
Once-
becomes very devastating. And not to say it doesn't become devastating for little boys. Maybe
can.
we just
No, it
haven't
can.
seen it yet.
We just talk, but we're talking about from our perspective. Like just
from
from
our
when we
perspective,
were-
it just was like, yo,
all
Oh, it
right.
definitely
me and
can
my
be.
boys, I know, and I knew some kids that were fucking at a really
I
young
lost
age,
my
you know what I'm
virginity
saying?
at 13. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I would have been excited for
Yeah.
it.
Was she older?
Just like 2 years.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Nothing like no.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
But I'm just saying, so I know I would have been excited. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it would have fucked me up in that situation, like your dad giving it
Yeah, it's
to
a
you,
little-
and it's like it's a grown woman. I don't know.
Yeah, the grown woman
I feel
part.
like it's
look.
less-
I just
like-
know that was the peak of your. That's when it starts. Like that 12, 13, you ready? You jacking off regularly.
Oh, yeah.
God.
You getting it off. So
Jack and Dick.
I would have been
You think
excited.
I'm bad in the living
But
room.
it's terrible. He
I
shouldn't.
painted my walls, nigga.
He should
my
not be
mom
doing
came
that.
home and
Yeah.
said, "When did the walls? We painted them white."
No. And he shouldn't be bragging about
He
like.
should not
No.
be doing that shit.
No, that's
That-
weird. It's
That
very
shit weird.
It's,
And but the
like, why
the
you
girl
think
too,
your drawers
the
panties?
lady.
Yeah,
kids.
Like, why are you doing this?
What
The lady.
that did it. Well, yeah.
But you know them. You know. Yeah. I mean, do you consider them pedophiles?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You a grown ass woman.
Yeah,
Did they
for
say
sure.
the age of the woman?
Nah. I'm assuming some 20-some-year-old stripper. Or
That,
something.
nigga, that's a grown ass
Yeah, it's a
woman.
grown-ass woman.
This a 13-year-old boy.
Yeah, you shouldn't even feel.
Like, how do you? Nah,
Yeah,
man.
yeah. From Bootsy's perspective, from the woman's perspective, completely wrong.
Trash. Yeah.
But from that little boy,
Yeah.
I would love to know. I would love to hear about somebody that actually, as a boy, got touched not by a sex that you didn't want to be touched by, but by an older woman that you kind of maybe like. Just what was your?
Don't Charlamagne talk about
experience?
that sometimes? He talked about.
But
like,
he talked about his auntie. Like that's weird.
Oh,
You know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
nah,
Like,
that's
that's like shit. I'm talking about like you had experience like a teacher might have wanted like I don't know
Yeah.
something happened. You know, I
That
don't know.
was
It
my
just
fantasy
sounds-
as a young kid.
To
I
a certain
wanted-
teacher.
I would
or-
hear about these stories like teachers have sex with students. It was one
yeah.
teacher
Oh,
I liked.
everybody
There was
has
just one substitute teacher that was the girlfriend of the principal, black lady. She was bad.
Bad.
I said
yeah.
if she ever, this was 9th grade, if she ever want to do anything to me, it's going down.
I remember 10th grade.
I'll have to suffer the repercussions later.
Oh, here we go. I remember 10th grade when I was fat. We had
Let's
this,
go on.
We had this. We had this teacher.
Okay.
We had this counselor. When like she was new because they had an old but our old counselor was just like this old white lady. But they brought in the young counselor. She probably at the time, if I'm in 10th grade, she honestly might have been like 26, 27.
Okay.
Just one of them, North Carolina just got thick white girls.
Thick.
Fat white girl. Wagon.
What was her name?
I'm be honest with you.
Big booty Judy.
I just know we used to purposely see if we could get in trouble so we could go to the counselor. Like, she started to know us after a while.
Ash with the ass.
She was booming with the button. I was like,
Miss Parker, can you guide me to that ass?
I was like,
Aaron where the booty ain't barren.
The Aaron where the booty ain't barren. But I just was like, if just one day she would just close the office door and give my fat ass a run, that would be great. But yeah, as a young boy, man, your brain is
Counselor with the bouncer.
Counselor
Miss
with
Parker,
the
teach me about
bouncer.
fumes so I can get in that ass.
Oh man, but yeah, so Boosie was wrong.
Boosie tripping.
Yeah, he was
tripping. was tripping.
And the funny thing about it, if he's talking about it this freely, it's been happening probably.
Yeah.
So that what makes it even worse. It probably been happening before he was 13, even younger. And what happened? And the traumatizing part about it. What happened if his son is gay? And knows it, and like this may be like this torture to him.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's why you shouldn't force that upon your kid in any way, shape, or form. But I think the biggest thing is less. I can't even say this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I feel like it might be some less emotional trauma there and more, almost cultural trouble. Like I feel like the what you're setting the standard for your kid, like the ideals. His ideals become that type of thing. You know what I'm saying? A kid that grows up like that. Like it's less about like,
he's looking at women in a whole nother.
Like, I was touched as a kid like this, and it's more about like the way you perceive women, the way you treat women around you, the way you
it's definitely different.
Like that cost. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's gonna be hard for him. His dad is Lil Boosie.
Right.
Listen to how he treats women. Listen to what in his lyrics. He may already idolize his dad.
His
in a
dad
way.
be on IG talking about put your pussy on the camera.
So
right.
I mean, he's gonna have to break those generational chains or those family, chains himself.
Yeah.
But this is not a good start to help him.
Not at all. But speaking of Southern rappers, we relive a little bit of childhood this weekend because Nelly and Luda had a versus battle this weekend.
Took us back to when we was 12.
Took us back to 12, 13, 14, 15. Just a good time for Southern music, Southern rappers.
Southern and Midwest
and
rap.
I'm a fan of both of these men, for Ludacris and Nelly. Ludacris was my favorite rapper. He influenced me a lot growing up. And
when you was all right, keep going.
when I was younger.
What about weight wise?
When I was slimmer weight wise as well.
Okay.
I'm just waiting for you to get over that joke.
It's funny you said weight in there.
I know that was the joke. But no, so we watching this battle, and when it first started, I'm looking at it, I'm like, all right, this is a cool battle. Like, things are going all right. But about the third song in, I'm like, Luda kind of washing Nelly right now.
Was washing?
Yeah,
what?
yeah. He was.
You didn't watch it?
No.
Yeah, he was.
Well, you need to come sit down so you can hear about this.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was.
See, now I kind of want to wait because he needs to hear this.
All right, let me.
So let's just go back to our childhood when you was.
But Nelly, when Luda first came out, you said you remember being where?
I remember exactly where I was.
Yeah,
I was in Macon, Georgia, at my grandma's house. My cousin came. I don't know where we went or was going somewhere, but the CD was in his car. It was back for the first time. And I was like, "What is this?" He like, "It's Ludacris."
Because he was snapping on that
I was
CD.
like, and this before the music video came out, I believe, for what the fantasy. So I was like, "What is this?" So I stole it.
Yeah,
I don't feel no regret.
Like
that,
any American citizen.
Yeah, so I'm listening to it. I'm like, "Yo, I love whoever this guy is."
Yeah.
And then the video came out. I was like, "Yo," but then I heard Country Grammar too.
Yeah.
So that was 2000. So we were 12. both of them were my favorite rapper at that time. Like every song they were putting out, I love both of them. Like I tweeted the EI picture because I got the Rams jersey because of Nelly.
And I even love I had loved Luda just because of his wordplay and then his videos. Like he was just killing because he reminded me like Busta Rhymes and shit like that. So the videos is dope.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah, so he had like so all right, now back to this battle. Now Manuel sitting down. Like I'm genuinely listening to the first song. What was the first song out?
The first one,
Nelly went first, right?
I think I can pull up the list.
I think Nelly went first, right? So it comes on. Well, I can't pull up the list. It comes on, and I'm genuinely expecting this to be
a battle.
Like I'm like, all right, this is gonna be because they both got hits. So first,
Ludacris. So he started off going first.
Yeah.
So he played "Welcome to Atlanta."
Yeah,
Ooh, that's a strong.
And you come out, you can't.
Came out the gate.
And his verse on it is wild.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what the fuck? And so, and then Nelly.
Well, see, that's where it wasn't going to be fair.
Yeah.
I mean, Ludacris is the superior rapper.
Yeah, no, I knew that.
Like,
So
in this
I gotta
battle.
go back and
So
watch.
you had to listen to everything as a whole. Because if you go off rap alone, I mean, Luda,
Luda off top.
But
sure.
if
Even
you go off,
flow wise, honestly.
yeah, no, I'm saying, but if you go
Luda
off
had
all that, then yeah. But we're just talking about, I guess,
Hits.
genuine hits and like just stuff that just sound good, maybe sonically, all this stuff. So that was first out the gate.
Nelly played 999.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what we said.
Exactly.
Yeah, we both was, when I first heard, I was like,
Exactly.
I was like,
That's
huh.
all I got to say. Exactly.
Yeah. So
Exactly.
then Luda played. So then Luda played what?
Pussy Poppin', which we knew what Nelly would combat with Tip Drill. Now let's stop here.
Let's stop there.
Okay.
Everyone was saying before the battle started, once Nelly dropped Tip Drill is over. I'm gonna be honest with you. Pussy Poppin' is
Yeah.
way
Yeah.
harder.
Pussy Poppin'
than
beat
Tip
way
Drill.
harder.
So hard.
And I'm glad we put it next to each other. I'm like, when that Pussy Poppin' drop, I was like, woo.
That shit is
And then you know he rapping.
Yeah.
And then
is
so then
hard.
Nelly played Tip Drill. I'm like,
And he
Like, it's
kinda
cool.
then I
sang-
started thinking about. I'm like,
It's corny, ain't it?
no, it ain't corny.
It's
But
kinda corny.
this is what I thought. This is what I thought. I said, I never request this at a party
Yeah.
or anywhere when I want to see twerking. I don't play Tip Drill.
Yeah, I don't play Tip Drill.
I never put it on a twerk list, but Pussy Poppin'?
Oh, yeah.
I would play that.
absolutely.
I'll put that on there. So I like 2-0.
Yeah, it's 2-0. And then this is when I started. So then we got to the third one, which was
Ludacris played My Chick Bad.
You Pay My Chick
And
Bad.
then Nelly played Pimp Juice. I'm like, all right, it's 3-0 for Luda.
Yeah.
It's 3-0.
That could be a tie. For
And
me.
that round right there. No, this is the round I was gonna say. I was like,
picking
okay.
with my pimp
I was like, this is the
Question.
round I'm gonna say. All right, I'm gonna question it. But then I think it got to what was the fourth one?
Ho.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's Lil
No.
Wayne.
Ho.
Use
And then Nelly
And-
played.
Flappy Wings.
Yeah, I was like, nah.
I just said Nelly was corny, man.
nah.
Let's
No.
be honest.
no.
Well, it ain't about that. Here's the thing. I tweeted. I could have played Nelly's set better than
Yeah.
Nelly. He just wasn't playing the
He wasn't
right
playing-
song.
yeah.
It was him now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was him. Yeah.
It was terrible choice of,
And it was making him look bad because Ludacris after it was just washed.
look,
I like Nelly, and I thought he was cool. But when I was a kid, I used to hate it a little more because I didn't see it why people liked him so much. But then as I was like, even for this, I was surprised because I knew Nelly had hits, but I didn't think honestly. Ludacris is better overall to me.
No, I think so too.
No,
but
Ludacris was my favorite out of the two, and I would agree with that. And Ludacris had more longevity, but Nelly got better songs to combat a lot of these songs, at least to make it a competition.
Did he play all the hits you thought he should have played?
Yes, but not when he
but
should
not
have
when he
played
should
them.
have.
Like he was playing stuff. He was playing stuff like after people didn't know that.
Yeah,
like,
so-
why would you play that?
It was
Like he played what he played Nasty Girl with B.I.G., My Place with Jaheim. He played Rock the Mic with State Property. He played Nelly 1,000 Stacks. Like what is that?
And like when every time Luda would play something, you would go, ooh. Like it was just because it would come on hard.
I'm just listen to what Luda played. First, Welcome to Atlanta.
Yep.
Great.
Then Pussy Pop.
Yep.
Great.
My Chick Bad.
Yep.
Great.
Then Ho.
Yep.
Then Saturday.
Yep.
Great.
Then What's Your Fantasy.
Yep.
Great.
Then Roll Out.
Yep.
Then
Great.
Nelly was like, I'm gonna take it a little more smooth. He played the Shanti Body on Me. He said, okay, you want to take it there? Splash Waterfalls.
Great.
And then he said, Oh by Sierra. He played
Ooh,
that.
he played
Great.
And
His
then-
verse in that?
Yeah.
Fire.
And
Fire.
then he's Nelly played the whole Notorious B.I.G. Nasty Girl, so Ludacris combated about Made You Look remix with Nas.
And he
which
went off on
ripped.
that.
Oh, yeah, that was good.
And then Nelly, Ludacris played Shorty Low, They Know remix,
Yep.
even though we know Jeezy had the best verse on
Yeah,
there.
G did,
Jeezy
but
had the
but
best
that
verse.
beat when it come up, wham, wham,
Yeah.
you oh
And then he played Yeah, what?
Yeah,
Usher.
I mean that's already automatic.
He played
Lovers and Friends.
No. Yeah.
No, I'm saying did he end up?
Oh,
I'm gonna get there.
Okay.
Stand Up.
Oh, that's Kanye.
Come on.
Yeah.
Southern Hospitality.
Yeah,
Great.
for real.
Even though I hate this song, all I do is win.
I mean, I
kind of feel you on that.
I don't like it either, but I get it for the.
I get it. That's a Nelly song to me.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Okay.
Area Codes.
Yeah, I mean,
Fantastic.
Then he played a song with Nelly that never got released, but everyone heard it.
Remember the Shake Your Money Maker?
Oh, yeah.
But it was with Pharrell, remember?
Was it released?
Yeah, it was released, but it was with Pharrell.
Yeah.
And then How Low.
Yeah, how low can you go? Yeah.
How low
That was
can you
cool.
go? Move, bitch.
Move bit, yeah.
Great.
And then he ended it with Lovers and Friends.
Like,
Great.
he watched Nelly.
He
washed
You're right.
Washed that nigga. It wasn't even fair. I thought this was going to be
Grills?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nelly played
When did he play Grills? Against what?
Stand Up.
That's tough. That's tough.
And then he played Air Force Ones against Southern Hospitality. Then he played Shake Your Tail Feather against All I Do Is Win. He won that one.
I give him that one.
That's the one he won. Then he played Just a Dream against Area Codes, lost. Then he played Moneymaker versus EI. I'll give him that.
I'll give me
Then he played Get Like Me versus How Low. Getting that Luda. Then he played Hot in Here versus Move Bitch. Now look, I love Move Bitch, but Hot in Here is my I'd rather hear that.
Yeah.
And then he played Dilemma and Lovers and Friends. I'm taking Lovers and Friends.
But he watched them. I mean, when overall he kind of.
But this was a good match because they were like they were the two at that era, so it was perfect.
It was perfect. And then, but
I think Luda and T.I. would have had a better battle.
Possibly,
I want to see Luda. Yeah, give me T.I. Give me another trap nigga to
but
go.
I feel like T.I. and Luda would have been tight because they both got hard.
Ludacris said Jay-Z told him that no other rapper has ever been in the pocket. Jay-Z told Luda no other rapper has ever been in the pocket on a song like he was on was the era. He said he never heard that.
Wow.
I said that's an amazing compliment.
That verse, I remember.
No, that verse is crazy. That's one of my favorite. That verse is crazy. Yeah.
That's
Saturday too.
No, yeah, Saturday is a different flow.
And you're right. Ludacris is very Busta Rhymes-ish with his videos, the creativity and everything. Ludacris always brought
From what I hear, I think Busta may be coming up soon on verses or something.
That'd
I don't
be
know
cool.
Against who?
That'd be cool.
No, I think some people are saying Busta against Missy.
Well,
I don't know. That's confirmed. I know they want. I think Brandy, but they kept wanting to get Monica, but they saying Monica don't want to do it. So I don't know.
That's when they both.
But it's a benefit for every.
I hate when these girls go on there and start talking about why they want to see us against each other, put it against.
But
that's not what it is. And why does it matter? Like that's hip hop. People go against each other.
No, it started like that kind of. Like people were taking it more as a battle, but it stopped being.
But that's
that.
what
Now
I'm saying. Like
more
it doesn't
love.
matter. Like why is she taking it? Like
they're
only doing it to women.
Yeah.
Like
I don't know the reason.
Minaj,
I don't know the
you
reason.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I don't know the reason. Because the Erykah Badu and Jill Scott was the biggest one thus far.
Yeah,
and that shit was good.
Great.
But yeah, it's a benefit for artists to do this now.
Oh, yeah.
Every time they do it, their streams go up crazy. They're trending. Like, and then Ludacris play unreleased music with Timbaland.
With them, It's
I'm like, okay, because he had one with him and Lil Wayne, and he played another unreleased one with him and Chance. The Chance one was more smooth, like a women's song. The other one with Lil Wayne was more rap. Both was good.
Okay.
Because he had to do that because Nelly Connection kept fucking up. So while they're waiting for Nelly, I just play some shit. Like, Ludacris is just prepared.
Yeah, he was very prepared. Man. Yeah, he was being a little old.
That shit was amazing.
Was Nelly still swole?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about Ludacris? Is he still fast in the?
He had his fro out. He
growing his fro.
He growing the fro back with the pork chops.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't see. I couldn't really see.
No, he had a full beard.
That was his
he
thing.
had a full
pork
beard.
chop.
Yeah,
that's what set him apart from everybody.
Yeah.
That nigga could rap. Dog. Like what it reminds you is that this nigga is a superior lyricist. Like this nigga can really rap.
Yeah.
Like and it aged well. All his songs aged way better than some of Nelly's songs.
Because you want to hear, like, when you listen to your lyrics, you be like, oh wow.
Yeah.
But not even about lyrics. This production, like it's Timbaland. It was Timbaland making a lot of his beats.
Yeah, they were fire.
So.
Dog, that pussy popping.
That shit crazy.
That beat is so
on a
hard,
handstand. On my American bandstand. Somersaults, cartwheels. Bitch, just keep on dancing. Come on, man.
That's fucking fantastic.
That shit's great. What else was great was this finale of this MJ doc. I almost didn't want it to end.
Bro, I got some points.
Sad,
on that
man.
Today.
Sad.
Now what I did?
So good.
Because what I did find very interesting was like seeing him. Would you say when he was like when they showed his high school stuff and like college stuff, how he was? Would you say he was a little bit more timid at that point, or would you say he still had it in him, but he just wasn't? Because it's just amazing to me to see kind of this like a little bit shy country man from Wilmington, North Carolina, grow into this. Like I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was.
I mean, he just came off. He was still young.
Yeah,
he seemed confident. Like,
he did seem confident.
Was popular in high school.
He did seem confident, but it just I don't know. It was cool just seeing this.
Yeah, like he was still like coming up.
And just
because by the end of it, he was just he was the king. He was the king. That's it.
Yeah, so it was just interesting to see, but like. I think they did an amazing job on the documentary.
Amazing. It could have been 20 parts.
Yeah, it could have been 20. Yeah.
And it benefited a lot from this coronavirus. I know so many people watched that probably needed to watch it. That probably felt some other newer stars are greater than
Michael Jordan. Yeah,
that was smart that they pushed it up because it was originally supposed to come out in, I think, June.
Yeah, true.
Something like that.
True.
They pushed it up.
Just the editing was great. One of the funniest, one of the most wildest parts of last night's finale was that he got food poisoning.
Yeah.
That was one of the most. I said
they got to change it from the flu game to the food poison. The shoe name now?
First off, Utah niggas, y'all ain't shit for that. Y'all ain't shit for that. Trying to get and he still won. That's what Cam said. That's demoralizing. He still won that game.
Look, that's how look. If you make this man sick, and he beat you, it's over.
It's over for you.
Because now if he's fully healthy, it's in your psyche. It's nothing we could do.
Yeah.
If you can't beat him sick and crumpled over, it's over.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I have a feel suspicion that story's not true. I just don't. It sounds so sketchy to me that Michael Jordan got hungry in the middle of the night. And that he wanted something. The only thing they could find in the area was a pizza spot. They order a pizza. 5 guys show up to the door, and the trainer said, "Oh, this is weird."
That lets me know they put it in his name.
Mike the pizza, like
that means they put it in his name, which they shouldn't have did.
Either way, like, well, that's not true. Nobody, we don't know.
We don't know enough.
I'm just saying, based on if 5 niggas show up at that door, they saw, oh, Michael Jordan's on the receipt. He's in town. I want to see Michael Jordan because he said all of them were looking in.
It's just sketchy. It's one pizza place you're saying is open.
That part's not sketchy.
It's a little sketchy. Just
because
with the totality
it be stuff not open here.
Like 3
I'm
in the
saying
morning.
with the totality of the story that it's the only place open, yet 5 guys show up, and then the trainer saying he notices it. He felt it was really weird, yet still gave Michael Jordan pizza, and it wasn't really clear if Michael Jordan knew because I don't think 5 guys showed up.
I don't think he felt suspicious about the pizza. I think he felt suspicious about it just being 5 guys. He didn't know if they might have been going to jump to attack them. I don't think he was necessarily suspicious about the food portion of it. It was just that the guys. He wasn't suspicious about the food.
Here's what's suspicious to me. It makes more sense to me than the flu because it's like. He was just fine. Yeah. He had the flu for 1 day, and then he fine again. So food poisoning sounds more right than the flu. Because the flu ain't a 1 day thing.
It sounds to me like he got fucked up and he had a hangover. That's what it sounds like to me. That's the only thing that sounds more realistic to me.
That don't mean
Michael Jordan
right.
ate some bad slice of pizza and then got sick, and nobody launched an investigation into a man possibly being poisoned. Like what? The Michael Jordan? Nobody? There's just the story just stops after that. What happened?
Makes sense. Think of it of a PR. Think about this. You in the middle of this championship run. You bring up Michael Jordan food point. You talking about the media frenzy and the distraction? Know who Michael Jordan is? He probably fuck it. I can take this. It may be over in the morning. Don't say nothing because you know it's going to be a frenzy. It's going to be a distraction.
No, I'm just saying even after. I'm talking about even after they won it and it's done. Like
I don't give a fuck.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I probably wouldn't give a fuck no more.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. It just said that just sounded like a shady story.
I see what you're saying, but I don't think he got fucked up. I don't know if I'm gonna
buy into that story off top. I just don't know if I buy into that story off top. Very interesting, very clever. I heard that it was food poisoning 2 years ago. This came out a couple years back. Maybe up to 5 years ago that he got food poisoning.
But it's just weird to me that it was never any other game where he's this sick if he's supposed to be getting fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
Like never.
Why now? Why now? So that what makes that sketchy to me. I feel like that would have been happening.
Well, apparently the director of the documentary came out and said that to add to the story that after the game. After the game that night, everybody went to go eat, but Mike was taking a long time, so he didn't get to. So everybody just ended up eating, and by the time he got there, he was mad that nobody waited for him. So he said, "Yo, order me some pizza or something. Order me some food." And you know the part it says he ate it by himself. Mm-hmm. Like they said that he actually, as soon as the pizza game, spit in the food and took it upstairs and ate it by himself. Like, so nobody else can have none. Basically, he, the call for a spit back, like whatever, and took it and ate it by himself. And that was a part of the reason, and that's what the director said. So I don't know. I mean, it just sounds, the story just felt mad incomplete with many questions in between of like, what?
I feel like you can poke holes in each one: a hangover, a food poisoning, and the flu. Because the flu is weird. That ain't no one day thing.
I don't think it was the flu. I don't think it was
a hangover. It's just weird that it just never happened any other time in his
career. The way
he
was looking to, I could believe hangover, and I could see food poisoning. I mean, I've had food poisoning a couple times.
No, it looked like food
poisoning.
Food poisoning. I'm shitting and throwing up for 24 hours. So maybe they gave him something that
remember that last shit when we came back and we got that pizza. That's hilarious now to think about. Remember we came back, Destiny picked us up from the airport and we got Dough Girl and I was sick.
Oh yeah, you were. Yeah.
I was like, my stomach wasn't like, I was like, what the fuck is in this pizza? Like I was so sick. So
yeah, man. So I don't know. It was just a weird.
He might just
story,
have bad gas too.
It wasn't bad. Who, me? Or
no,
because I know I be gassing. that was no gas.
And for the most part, I felt Jordan has been honest throughout this whole thing. He has a demeanor about him that just gives you like when he says something. Because at first I'll be like, man, that's some bullshit, and then he'll say something and be like, maybe he got a point. You know what I'm saying? Like, like he just, the way he speaks, like, listen, the actual story is, this is what, and the way he breaks things down, he's very believable and he has this presence. But I don't know. What
the main thing I learned
I guess he don't give a fuck vibe. But he always been like, the way he treat it's like, he wants to win, so he don't give a fuck. So at this point, he's like,
no, he wants to win, so he wants to win, so he gives all the fucks.
The main thing I learned from this documentary is like people gotta stop telling him stuff. Like they gotta stop saying stuff to him because that's when they lose.
That's when.
As soon as somebody say something to him, like, "Where you at, Jordan?" Then they go.
Shit almost got cartoony for him.
It's like every time this nigga's a superhero. Every
call Karl Malone, they gave him MVP. I was like, well,
I mean, I get it,
but different people thrive off different shit in sports.
Honestly, Jordan showed me that, like, you know how a Star Wars light side, dark side?
Yeah.
Dark side could be used.
Not for everyone though. Some people are
not for everyone, but it can't. It
can be used.
If you think that dark people, like people that are not nice, people that aren't, oh, you should be nice, show love, and all this shit. No. Sometimes to be successful, you got to use that dark side.
He wasn't with the talking.
It might be a little bit of a balance, maybe not. With him, it don't seem like a balance. It just
was a balance.
He seemed like he 100%. He has his team, his people that he treat like his dad, but it just don't. He uses that dark side.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, that's the side that shocked me because the way all the stories you hear about Jordan all these years, I would think he was like this to his family too. So when I seen that he treated his family so good and treated those like security people so good, I'm like, okay, he do have a good side. Like, I would think, sounds bad, I would think he may not been a good father the way he was acting, all the stories you hear, but all his kids, like I was watching the interview they did on Brother, they turned out great. And they all show, he was an amazing father. He didn't put too much pressure on us because he already knew it was outside pressure. It was like all of that part of it, I was like, wow. I'm like, I didn't know that side of Jordan. He had that compassion and all that, right. But I get it. You want to win at all costs. You got to prove. He got to trust that you going into battle going to be ready, like with Steve Kerr. And people respond at the end. Some people respond, some people don't. But not everybody can use that dark side in sports. That's why you get in people's head that when they get upset, they off their game. Like an Odell Beckham or sometimes Des Bryant, when you got him mad, will be off his game.
But that's the thing. He doesn't know how to control it.
But that's what I'm saying.
Michael Jordan had ultimate control.
Look, that's my point. Some people can't handle that dark. Like I play better mad in football, but I didn't need to go there to play. But if I got mad for some reason, it wasn't like it messed me up.
Oh,
I became more physical and there's more.
Yep, I definitely fed off that energy. Any
But
sport,
I didn't need that.
any business we start, anything, like usually I've always been the type, I'm going hard and I gotta have. There's a little bit of anger in me. Like it's always that feel of the underdog. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to go.
Who touched you?
Man, dog. His name was
The nigga from Waffle House.
So your story now. You.
Oh,
This nigga looked at me with
NFL
so
Robert.
much fear in his face.
Yeah. Hold on, real quick, because I think there was one more thing I wanted to. No, yeah, we're not done with Michael Jordan. I got to hit a couple points real quick. First of all, they did Kerr's backstory this episode. Late in the game.
Pippen. You mean Scotty?
No,
Back?
Kerr's. Steve Kerr.
Yeah,
He had a bad back?
No, I said he had a backstory.
Oh, the
They did his
backstory. I thought you said that he had something bad back.
He had a bad back.
No, they did his backstory this episode.
Yeah.
I thought it was kind of late in the game. I was kind of like, why are they telling his story this like? I thought this was just the story. You know what I mean?
Well, they went through everyone. They first started with Scotty, and they went to Rob.
The only reason I don't think it was
Then
late is because
coach.
I think he played an integral part in that Utah.
that game.
No, but you remember they had a whole moment where he punched Kerr in the chest, and I felt like that was the perfect time to tell it. But this is what came to my mind. They couldn't tell Kerr's story alongside Michael Jordan punching him because his story was so sad about his dad that if you would have told after that his dad died and all this stuff, and then by the way Michael Jordan punched him in the fucking face,
that's what you said.
it would make Michael Jordan look terrible. And I thought that was a beautiful editing kind of trick, like because that story about his father and stuff is his backstory. That should have been told leading up to him getting punched. But it wasn't. They moved that over a couple episodes so you don't have to think about, damn, Michael Jordan punched this nice guy that was just working hard and all this shit.
That's a good theory, but I think that may be coincidence because it just aligned more with when it was his time. His time came at that point. Yeah, so it was like tell his story when he blossomed.
No, but nobody. What do you mean? Like everybody's time. Like when was Pippen? When they told his story, his time.
No, because the other buddy was still in front of Kerr. The other Paxton was still in front of Kerr. So when Paxton was going out, he was training Kerr, and then Kerr came in.
But that's fine. That's all before like they showed.
That was early in Kerr's career when he got punched.
Yeah,
when he had to make the shot, that was later on after Paxton. That's
when was it that he got punched?
That was early
because he was like
this was the late.
He was fresh on the team. He said that's what him and Jordan they had a little tension because
But that's what I'm saying. You tell his backstory then. This is if you're doing an introduction to Kerr there. You tell his whole backstory.
No, he didn't need to. It was a whole nother. I forgot what the whole story was.
It was something else about Jordan at that point. I think.
Yeah, but they couldn't move that over. That episode. If they're doing everybody's episode in a row, and then all of a sudden, okay, stop. We think they just did the big 3, 4 if you can count the coach. Their backstories. They ain't gonna do anybody else really like that. Like okay, but then all of a sudden they come all the way back to Steve Kerr, and I'm like, oh. They had to have moved that. There's no way they could have put that back to back.
I think you're reading into it because everything else Michael Jordan was doing. Who gives a fuck? His dad died when he was a kid. It's a grown man.
No,
now.
the optics of it would have looked much different. That it being so close in the document, believe me, in editing, when you got to watch out for that story, how it's being told, and if it's that close to each other, it can make them look really bad.
Who gives a fuck? He was already doing everything bad. You think
who's doing stuff bad?
Michael Jordan. All the stories already calling people out their names, fighting people.
Yeah, but nobody in the document has
just because his dad died, I can't punch this nigga.
No, it doesn't have to do with that. It can't happen in that moment. In that moment, of course, he punched him later. They show that earlier, and then they go back and tell this sob story about Steve Kerr. If they would have told the sob story first, and this is how he became, and then one day Michael Jordan punches him, that doesn't look good. That doesn't look good, and I'm telling you that's the
no. I can agree with your point, but I don't feel like that's what happened. I think it was a better story to tell his story when he was blossoming than right there when it's like, okay, they're gonna tell his story, but he's not even playing. So now what we just told his backstory. Now we got to wait till the end, and then you show him blossoming, and then you can be like, why didn't you just tell his backstory then? Or it was early. That would be bad editing.
That's when he played the integral part.
Yeah, tell me when it's his time.
No, but everybody, like, what?
They told everyone's story when there was their part. They told Pimpin when they needed Pimpin to start going off. Then they told Rodman when Rodman
everybody
came
had
over.
different moments. Like they had Pippin's. They could have told.
Yeah, but he was integral to starting off the dynasty, so they had to start there. And then when they got Rodman, that took them over the top. They had to go there.
I'm just saying, by the
Kerr,
time if they told
Kerr being punched and they told his backstory, you would have been episodes without nothing planned from Kerr, and then you be like, "That's weird." Now they want to bring it. No, because they had tied everyone's story to playing time. That was the whole documentary. Your story, playing time. So when Kerr's playing time came 97, those 98, that's when he was the big part of it. It makes no sense to tell it early.
Yeah, I don't know. I still think that you could have still told like those episodes. It didn't have to have his backstory say, "Oh, and Kerr hit the point there. That was the big shot. That was a big moment in my life." They come back to everybody anyway. You could still tell that without being a part of his backstory.
I don't know. I just felt like it was placed perfectly.
Wait, what? I don't get the point you just said.
I said you don't have to tell his backstory in that segment where he hit his integral part. His integral part can come later on in the story. Like everybody had different parts.
No, but the theme of it was your story playing. Your story playing. So why would they change that for Kerr? Show me his story when they talking about his big plays. That's how they did everyone. That's why it flowed so well. Why tell his story then? We ain't talking about none of his playing. So it's gonna feel like why I told his story there.
They could have showed a lot of his playing.
No, but he wasn't playing then.
No, like
he might have been was the starter.
But they still look. You saw the documentary. They moved throughout up and down.
Yeah.
Yes, but every time they were telling someone's story, it was tied to playing. That's what I'm saying. Like, it was no reason to tell Kerr's backstory for that one story.
Yeah,
that story served a purpose right there for Michael's story. That wasn't about Kerr's story. Kerr's story came when it was supposed to in this last episode. It's no point in telling it right there. Why am I gonna tell it? He get punched.
I personally think it's way smoother telling his story amongst that part. But I understand why you can't. Because he couldn't line it up with that story.
I disagree.
I think disagree totally.
I think it came perfectly when it was supposed to come.
Completely.
Okay.
But
what's your next point?
Yep. Here we go. All right. It's funny as fuck that his dad name was Malcolm. I don't know. That was just funny to me. Steve Kerr's dad was
I'm about to say, who's that?
Are you trying to tie this to Malcolm X or this tie to...
No, I think you just said it's funny. His name was Malcolm.
Yeah.
Because he's a white dude.
He's a white dude named Malcolm. I thought that was interesting.
That is kind of
Dennis is a wild boy.
Malcolms.
Dennis is a wild... Yeah, no.
For him going to do wrestling during the fucking thing, I thought that was hilarious.
I thought that... I was like... and that's like, can I really be mad because it's Dennis? Like,
that's what he needed. They learned that early on. He needs his escapes, and the issue is no issue because he shows up when it's time to show up. It may be a little distraction, but if he's showing up and performing at a high level,
had they stifled him, I don't know if they would have got what they got.
He would have left.
And I think what else? Oh, during that part, okay, so Dennis Rodman went to go play WWF at the time or whatever. No, in
WCW.
WCW.
Yeah.
He comes back, and I think they had like a group meeting. Do you remember that group meeting on like during a practice? And Phil Jackson was saying something like, you know, he might have, I don't know if he said abandoned the team or
no, he said
talking to him.
Yeah, they're talking about was it a distraction? It was like he's a distraction to y'all, but we're keeping.
That's when he was talking to reporters.
Yeah,
but I'm talking about there was a part where they were speaking as a team.
Yeah.
During that part, this showed me Michael Jordan's still a jackass because this is a dramatic part, right?
Yeah.
Where Phil's talking to the team about Dennis, or whatever, and they're playing this dark music, and if you look in the background at that specific moment, Michael Jordan either slaps Steve Burrell in the back of the head or some shit, says something crazy to him. Because all you see is Steve Burrell, come on, man. And this is supposed to be a dramatic. And I'm looking at Jordan. He's like, come on, man. Like that. And he crosses his arms. I'm like, no matter what, Jordan was such a bully to this nigga, man. It was hilarious. If you see that part, go check it out.
That's funny.
And what else? Food poisoning. Bro was a bitch. Kerr's backstory had to be saved. Dad named Malcolm. Yep, that's it.
All right.
So you got the
NFL.
Oh, yeah. So 2 NFL players, Quentin Dunbar and DeAndre Baker, apparently think they're in Grand Theft Auto because they decided to go down to Florida, a place you should not think about going too often, whether or not.
They both from there.
Yeah, you still shouldn't go back. Even it's just not a good idea. But he went back. They went back, and I don't know if they got in some gambling issue. Apparently, there was a story that they lost $70,000. I think, like 2 days beforehand, or the day beforehand, and they end up going to this barbecue. Where they were in the article said a high stakes game, and I'm just thinking these niggas rolling dice in the back for a bunch of money, which is a high stakes game. I mean, I think like they trying to make it seem like it's some James Bond playing backjack in the back or some shit like that. But
I think they were saying high stake because there's a lot of money on the line.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's still a high stake game, but these niggas, I guess Baker decides he gets mad at some point. Flips over a table, pulls out a gun, a semi-automatic gun, and starts Quentin Dunbar, who was a former Redskins, and we got rid of him literally 2 weeks before this. They begin to rob the place. There was a third dude in there who had a mask on, and they robbed the whole place. They take away a whopping $7,000 and a couple of chains and watches and shit like that could be worth much more than those. But and then the craziest thing is one witness said that they got out that their getaway cars were sick, that it was a Lamborghini, a BMW, and I think a Benz too.
Something like that.
A Benz is a BMW. No, a Benz is a Mercedes. What do they call BMWs again?
A Beamer.
Beamer. Yeah. So I don't know. I thought this blew my mind.
No,
I don't know if it's quarantine. I don't know what it is.
It's ignorant.
It's ignorant during quarantine. But it's like
it's ignorant as fuck.
It's ignorance because
this dude was screaming at our team about he wants off the team. He's not getting paid enough.
Dunbar.
He's not getting paid enough. He wants more money because we had him for a cheap contract.
Yeah.
And he's screaming. Oh, I'm like, you just fucked up all your money now. You literally just fucked up pretty much your whole career.
My thing is,
if this comes out to be true,
if y'all steal $7,000 and you are if not a millionaire, then hundreds of thousands.
DeAndre Baker's a millionaire. He was a first round pick.
Oh, yeah.
He's a millionaire.
What we doing?
Dunbar.
Like,
Quentin Dunbar's a millionaire too. He might get like $2 million or whatever the season, but he's still.
What you need with that
way more than $7,000 a game? Like
I don't understand the mentality of football players that have it all handed to them, or any athlete that have it all handed to them, and then
you can't say have it all handed.
Well, I mean, I'm talking about like no, they worked. I'm saying like then they get it handed. Like you worked hard. Here you go. Here's
they're giving the keys.
Yeah, here's your keys.
Like, why ruin that for what they did? Like you're a millionaire. You're making millions. You're doing what you love.
Yeah.
Like, why ruin that over a card game or robbing a couple?
Pulling out guns,
and you think you ain't gonna get caught?
That shit is just the wildest shit.
That's some wild shit.
It blows me a mind. Like it blows my mind to think that y'all getaway car, like y'all robbed the place, and your getaway cars included a Lamborghini.
And it's more than what you robbed.
My first thought is it's more than what you. Why don't you get rid of the Lamborghini first
for the $7,000?
For probably $50,000. I don't know how much.
Oh, $250,000.
I'm saying resale. I don't know how much you go for, but you get what?
I could be totally wrong. Mindset. It feels like this was a principal robbery more than a money robbery. Yeah, but I could be wrong. He could be terrible. His money needed money, but it seems like when you that rich, why are you robbing them? I feel like you was so mad that you decided to rob them versus you needed the money.
Yeah. But even then,
but here's the thing. Not only that, a bunch of niggas got arrested this week in the NFL.
A lot.
A nigga from your team got arrested, but then
no longer on the team.
And then this star Ed Oliver got arrested for DWI and weapon charges.
Wait,
the Bills D lineman. He was a first round pick. Either the last 3 years.
I think he was good too.
And he's a beast.
He's good. Yeah.
Like, what's wrong with these niggas? Like, first, it's quarantine. Stay your ass home. Two, why are you robbing niggas? Why? What y'all doing? What yours got arrested for?
I think he got in maybe a
I
domestic.
think I took a picture.
I'm not sure.
When I sent it to you. Hold on.
It's like,
I don't claim that. We literally picked up this dude. The same thing. As soon as we got rid of Quentin Dunbar, we picked up this dude.
Discharge of a firearm.
Why? Why?
And his face is the definition of I knew I should have stayed home.
That was the funniest text.
I knew I should have stayed my ass home. But it's just like you said, I don't know. I just don't. It's no word. I can't explain. I don't know. I don't know what they be doing. I have no idea what they be thinking. What goes to their head? Like, this is gonna be good for me to go in here and rob because I'm a millionaire football player. I'm not gonna get caught, and I'm gonna get away in my expensive Lamborghini car. This ain't a fucking video game. Like, what we doing?
Man,
Well, and God forbid, a gun go off by accident. Anything like anything.
Apparently, it was said that somebody else was walking into the party, and Baker said, "Shoot him." Told the person shoot him. Luckily, nobody got shot. But
you like, walking the party like that? Shoot me! I
you ordering people to shoot? Like, what are you doing, bro? Learn your plays. Stay at home.
Yeah, just go.
Like, what is this? But yeah, man.
Go get some pussy or something. Like what? Anything.
Fuck. Ignorant news. Man. It's sad.
The last thing we're gonna talk about real quick before we get out of here is
if y'all don't want your money, give it to us.
Yeah. If you want
make a couple movies with it, let's do it.
If you want to get rid of it,
Come on, man.
Swing it this way. Yeah. So in other news, LA got extended through July. I think that means till August. If it's through July, a lot of people were up in arms and upset, but then it's the same people who been going out, so I don't feel bad for you because you're not listening in the first
part of the problem.
So yeah, we here till further notice. Honestly, we here till further because they could lift it. They could. We don't know.
That's why I got a not bad cut from Mike. I think this is the best job he's ever did on anyone in the house.
Yeah,
like,
not a bad cut.
The best not bad cut I got.
I might visit his barbershop this week.
And, let me give credit to Chaz Edge Up Shop.
Yeah,
Chaz did the lineup. Mike did the fade.
And don't forget this
great team.
It's a great team.
They're not really a team though. They have two different shops.
They're two different shops, but I think it's all in the black business community there.
Right. They're on the same block.
But yeah, so we're extended, and we're fine in here. We're good. Other people might be upset. But
I just I don't mind being at home. I feel like maybe
I have no issue.
Yeah,
I'm good now.
I'm not like.
For me, I'm an extra. I'm an extra.
Blessing for us.
I'm an extrovert, go out ass nigga, and I'm fine. Like, so I don't know why people.
If you're fine,
you be all right.
But I was watching some shows, dog. Like Insecure came on last night. There was a couple shows that come on, and I'm starting to feel like I'm watching history. You know what I mean?
You are in a way because it's gonna be documentaries about this time,
but not even about this time. Like when I watch a show like Insecure and they talking about, oh, we about to do a block party. I'm catching myself saying like, oh, you remember those?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I'm telling my girl, damn, we used to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit like that. I'm starting to damn. It almost feels like that was a world. Like when they're talking about, oh, we're gonna take a trip to. Damn, you remember trips?
Yeah, Cam just read a good article.
Article from Coltrane from Team Epiphany. It was asking, what do you think the future of different things are? So they asked him about concerts. He like. Arenas and all that's done for right now.
Yeah, for a
definitely
while.
For the rest of this year, maybe going in next year. He said it's gonna be more intimate concerts.
Right.
So he said it's gonna be that experience. He like imagine like a 50-man show to see Jay-Z if you can afford it, if we can afford that. But something like that. And then he like airlines. He like traveling is weird because it could go two ways. It could get really expensive because not many people are traveling, where it makes it hard to travel now. Or, it may go crazy. But then he was talking about fashion. It was very interesting.
He was talking about like how.
Who is this?
Coltrane from Team Epiphany.
What is that?
It's an advertising company.
Okay.
They
Team
do all the
Epiphany.
black shit.
Yeah. I do remember them. Yeah.
He talked about all this, how mask, would be the new norm. He said his wife is Asian. He said he's used to it. He said he's used to because they travel to Asia all the time, and he used to wonder why everybody got. But he said, they know how to dress it up now. You know what I'm saying? He's like, he said
He said fashion. He said fashion. He says dead. He like, look at all the retailers, all the fashion retailers. He like, it's just about style now. He said it could be one or two ways we come out of this. More comfort wear becomes the new trend because we've been wearing, this comfortable shit, just be better quality, or people going to be so ready to dress up, it's going to be overly fashion.
So gray sweatpants are the new norm. Thought wear a new norm. You know what I'm saying?
I think people gonna start dressing like superheroes more.
Like when they come out of it?
Superheroes and supervillains. Yeah.
Okay.
More Takashis and more who's a superhero? Who looks like a superhero? Who dresses like a
Migos?
I can see that.
Yeah, something like Migos, something like maybe more like Asians, honestly, with more masks. Like people wearing, because like think about it, we actually wear masks now.
Yeah, no, that's
what
he
said.
That.
He said it's people just gonna start dressing the mask up. He said he gonna hate when he see like Gucci make masks. He's high fashion. He like, because for him, he said he just need a medical mask. He said I'm worried about what works. I don't care how I don't want it what works. But
makes sense.
Interesting.
But all right, y'all. Well, that's
hold on. That's it. I got one last one.
Oh, okay. You know, you could have had put these when we.
Nobody asked me.
We went to no. I mean, we did. He did.
I said what y'all got.
He said what y'all got.
You know, I was hooking up the camera.
No, I mean, but I mean, I was moving too. I mean, but you just. I'm gonna go ahead. What you
got? There's a new pizza spot in town, and it's called Pascali's.
Okay.
Pasquallys. Well, yeah. Pizza.
Okay. In LA.
It's kind of everywhere actually.
Oh, okay. In town. Okay.
Yeah, it's everywhere. You can order it, and if you go on Yelp or whatever, you can find the pizza. It's actually Chuck E. Cheese pizza. They changed their name. They found out people since the lockdown and since quarantine, people haven't been ordering pizza from them, and that's how they. So they decided to change their name online for people to order pizza from them. So they're going by Pascali's Pizza.
And do people like it?
And Pascali is one of the characters in the robot band that they have. That's one of the characters.
That's funny.
I thought it was the most genius.
That's
shit.
amazing.
I guess it's starting to trend now. Like people figure like it's Pascali.
But
I thought it was fucking genius.
People like
they probably did.
I mean, it's if you liked Chuck E. Cheese pizza, it's pizza.
No, but I'm saying they didn't think they were ordering Chuck E. Cheese pizza.
So they probably liked it.
New chain, so they eating it. Oh, this is good because they knew it was Chuck E. Cheese. They probably said, "I'm not ordering this."
Yeah.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like most people had like nobody. I don't want to order Chuck E. Cheese pizza right now. So when they see this new restaurant in town, oh, what's this?
So wait, so because people weren't going to Chuck E. Cheese physically, they were like, all right, we're gonna figure out a way to make money still.
Yeah, they got to make money.
That's funny.
So they changed it.
I'm always shocked when I see a Chuck E. Cheese. That's such my childhood, and I thought they were all.
Yeah, I thought they were done. It's one up the road from us. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. I'd be shocked when I see it, like.
Because I don't even hear kids saying they want to go to Chuck.
Yeah, that's not that. But when are you around kids? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I ain't got no children.
But even the kids I'm around, never hear them talk about Chuck E. Cheese.
Like even online parents that say, I don't know. I don't know.
All the kids I hang around are like, bring the jugs back, make them legal.
All right, y'all. Well, that's another episode of the Comedy Trap House. Thank you for tuning in. Remember, go download Chop or Die to Maturation, Tropical Storm. Look out for another room noise coming to you soon. Look out for another story coming to you this soon. Actually, it's a manual story this week, so look out for a manual story this week.
How'd it come out? Is it?
I mean, you all right.
I edited it, so it's funny.
It's funny.
Yeah, because he edited it. That's what he said. Mm-hmm. So, so you guys, thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you guys next week. Peace.